He speaks on Proud Boys and Civil War.
I was looking at a video that was posted yesterday in Philadelphia, inner city. It was the Patriot Front Boys tried to go into the inner city with that bullshit. All of them dressed, had the mask, white mask on their face. And local boys over there in gangs started beating the shit out of them. And ran them up out of there. See, Trump has causing people to get hurt, believing lies and thinking they can go put their foot on folks and their hands on people. You got to understand, you're dealing with people that's been oppressed by y'all asses for years, and they pissed off, and they always got a lot of anger in them. And you're going to go in there and try to do all this malicious shit in the inner cities. Now, you probably can get away with that shit in the South because they cowards anyway. But the inner cities, like Chicago and all these cities in Philadelphia, the inner city youth and older folks, they ain't having that shit. You guys are finna make a big mistake trying to start the Civil War. Any and everybody have a right to who they vote for. Everybody have a right. But you don't have the right to go trying to attack somebody because they don't support your candidate. That's what you don't have the right to do. You're going to get your asses fucked up doing that kind of shit. If Donald Trump loses in November and they read those results after the following day and he has lost, and you put on your masks and shit like that, and you try to come in them inner cities and trying to jump on people and get this Civil War, you're going to lose. Because what I saw in that crowd, I saw a mixture. Black, white, Mexican boys jumping on them guys and ran them up out of their city. See, we are many, strong. And you talking about going to them cities, them inner city with them gangs and shit. Man, some of them gangs are like 40,000 strong immediately. And that's just one gang. And they see you jump on their own other gangs and who you are, and you got Confederate flags and you got Trump gear on and stuff like they gonna fuck y'all up. And you talking about guns, all them inner city hold guns. Y'all ain't the only one have guns. It's gonna be a bloodbath. But it's gonna be a bloodbath on you people because of your foolishness. You talking about people gonna be shooting from all angles at y'all asses. You already targeted because they know who you are. You got your little Trump shit on, your Trump hat. That's the direction. You don't know where the mother bullet's gonna be flying from. All over, all around you. People ain't bluffing. Then you had the one Arkansas man. He was a Trump supporter. He out there shooting white folks in Arkansas. The 10 people shot 3 in all the offices and getting shooting all their asses. See, I'm gonna say this here. It was a law. Laws was made to protect white folks. Laws was not made to protect anybody else. Like the one law, the battery law. Back in the days, early 80s, early 90s, you could have an altercation, get into a fight, and not be arrested. You at the scene, the other person at the scene because he got his ass whooped because he was running off at his mouth. Well, because a lot of white folks were getting knocked upside their motherfucking head, well, they made the law. And they passed the law, that battery law. The person don't have to be there in court to press charges against you. The state take up the charges now for the victim. See, that law was put in place for white folks. That's why you see white folks getting all up in people's face now, talking that shit and whatnot, and folks be reluctant to hit their ass because they know they're going to be taken into custody. A lot of people don't want to go into custody because, see, one thing about being in jail, and I did some time a weekend over some misdemeanor shit. That's a different world inside there. Those are different rules and regulations. And the guards don't run shit. Those inmates do. You're going to either have to abide by their rules or your ass going to be out of there if you ain't plugged and you ain't hooked up with nobody. They got a little power up in there because that shit belongs to them gangs. So a lot of folks ain't willing to go up in there because they know what they up against because you can lose your life. But see, you Trump supporters don't know shit because y'all been born with silver spoons in your mouths. You get up in the state prison. It's a whole different world. Period. And you in for a rude awakening. So this civil war you're talking about, that ain't on the federal level. That's on state level. And you're going to end your ass up in there or in the ground. Period. And that's what's going to happen. That's going to be the bloodbath. That's what that fool has talked you guys into doing. Steve Bannon talking that shit. And ain't none of them going to join you. Ain't none of them going to be on that front line with you or out there swinging. They're going to be looking from the TV. Because, see, this is what they want. And you buying into that rhetoric. You're going to get yourself hurt. Period.